I'm Andy Curtis alongside Rod Wright, and we're here at the Elks Club in Addison for their annual MMEU, the Mid-Michigan Electronic Unlimited Boat Races. We're going to walk around the perimeter and kind of get an idea of what's going on.
Well, it's really neat. These boats are run by batteries, and that's how they classify these boats, is how many batteries are in them. It's really neat. We got people from all over the country. I think they mentioned California, Arizona. They had some people coming from China, but I couldn't get them here. There's something happened with the government. But anyways, it's really neat. This is going to be a learning process for us too, but it's really exciting. They do an oval and they race each other, and it's really neat. They got a lot of money and a lot of time in these boats, and we're just going to have a ball today learning all about this.
All right, now we're here with guest race announcer Al Waters. Al, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. We're having a great week this week. Beautiful facility, great water. People are really nice here at the Elks Lodge. Couldn't be any better.
You mind telling us about how long you've been doing this for?
Since 1989. Started out, saw a boat, and I said, I want to get a little one, go out and run it. And, you know, and I go, what a disaster that was. And then you find people like these here, and they show you how to get things squared away. So I run nitro and gas out in California, but I like to play around with the electrics. They're fun, quieter, and this is a great venue out here. So you know, here we are 20-something years later.
So what exactly brought you all the way from California out here to do this?
The contest directors, I met them about 10 years ago on the internet, and we got to talking, and you know, you put faces with names, and they said, hey, why don't you come on out, and can you help us? And yeah, so here we are, and that's what we do. It takes a lot of work to put on an event like that. So,
are they paying all your travel expenses?
Are they? No.
Well, maybe they should.
No, you do it for the fun. If it's about the money, then you know we're in the wrong hobby. You know, I mean, you can make it whatever you want it to be, but no, it's just something I love doing. I like to come out and help because I put on races and other people come help me out. So it's one hand washes the other a little bit, I guess you say, but it's all about helping each other out.
Well, great. I really appreciate. I see a line forming up here, so I don't want to keep you too
Not
much
a
longer.
Problem. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. All right.
Well, Rod right here sitting alongside. I didn't get your name yet.
My name is Ken Brode.
Ken
I'm
Brode?
a member of the Rochester Lodge here, actually. Rochester, North Oakland.
Oh, this is considered Rochester, North Oakland Lodge.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a merge that happened probably about 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, something like that.
Okay. How long have they been doing this boat show?
This would be the third year of which this is the biggest event basically in the nation. This is the Nationals. We got people here from Wisconsin, Florida, Phoenix, Arizona, all across the map basically.
Really?
Yeah.
That's that big.
Yeah.
Well, to the viewers, can you tell us exactly, kind of teach us what's going on here? Because it looks interesting. I see rooster tails all over the place.
Yeah, today's pretty much all offshore event, which is instead of it being a roundabout sprint, it's a kind of an egg shape. It's a longer expanded course. You're going around a far buoy down there and then inside the start-finish buoy, whereas typically in a sprint race you go this side of the buoy and you're running 6 laps in a circle. This is a lot longer course, and you're counting laps only.
You're counting laps on. Now there's 44 different classes today, somebody was saying.
They won't be running those today. I think there might be 44 heats today. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's where they're going to try to get all the offshore done today, and then they can pull that far buoy down there, so there won't be any confusion when they do the sprints again.
They do the sprints.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which will be tomorrow, basically. So, tomorrow and the next day.
All right. Now, take us over what these boats are made of and everything.
Basically, this is a boat that was bought right out of the box, ready to run. Compliments of my lovely wife and kids for my Christmas and birthday present. This boat didn't run very well yesterday, but today it's doing very well. It's basically it's just your electric motor, and this particular boat can actually run in 2 different classes. It can run in this offshore class that I'm doing right now, and then yesterday's class was the 6-lap sprint, which is called the P-Limited Mono. Mono hull meaning V-hull.
Okay.
There's
different. Okay.
I don't see any cats. There's a yellow cat down there. You'll see him as you're walking through the pit.
Yeah, we're gonna cover. And how many batteries do you have, or how much power do you have?
Basically, these boats require 2 of these blue batteries here. Giant power batteries have been great. I think they've already won. These batteries are a friend of mine, Bob Zola, is the distributor for these, and they've already won, I think, 2 championships throughout the course of the weekend here. 2 or 3 different championships from these batteries. They're very, very strong batteries and very long. Longevity is great.
So the number of batteries is the class.
Actually, no, it's the number of cells. There's
number
2S.
of cells.
Yeah, there's 2S. which basically are the size that go in these all the way up to, Dave, how many, like 8S? 8S and some of these larger boats?
6S and 10S. So
Yeah, and those are going to be in the very large catamarans and the very, very large monos.
All right. Now, so how many different classes are there then?
Oh, man, I think they're running, throughout the course of the week, I think they're running like 42 classes or something like that.
So we're not going to get all those classes straight.
Right. No, I can't even keep them straight.
Okay.
I mean, you know, it's mind-boggling. It really is. I mean, it's just continuous, nonstop. It's really fun.
All right. Well, thank you very much. No, that's okay. I've learned a lot already. Well, thank you very much.
Like I said, I've only been in a couple years here and just having a ball. This is a great group of guys, and hopefully these giant power batteries will win some more championships here.
There you go. Good luck.
All right.
I'll put some money on with Dan. Right?
All
Okay.
right.
Should I put my money on you?
There's a lot of stiff competition out here. You get them from all over the U.S. It's tough. It's tough, but we're having a great time. So.
Oh, good. Well, thank you. Back to you, Andy.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, now we moved on over to the camping area of our Canadian friends, Daniel and John. They made the trek all the way from the Great White North to be here today. Thanks for showing up, guys.
All right, Grant, Andy, glad to be here. Yeah.
Hey, we like it here. That's why we come back.
So how long have you guys been boat racing?
I've been in about 5 years.
I've been going on 11 years.
In a row?
11 in a row, yep.
What made you guys start first getting into the boat racing? Because this seems to be, it's kind of a niche, hobby. So you got to kind of have someone introduce it to you. As far as I've been telling, everybody else talking to me down there.
An old racer introduced it to me once, a couple of years ago. Well, probably about 11 years ago. And the other reason I'm into it because I have too much money and I got to spend it on something. So that's the only reason. It's fun. And you'll meet a lot of good people, too.
Yeah, that's another constant that we've been getting around here is how much a lot of people have been here 2-3 times. They're just saying not only are the Elks so accommodating to them, but just the company. Everybody's so nice.
The Elks are great. I mean, they bend over backwards for us here. It's amazing. So that's why we come back again.
Now, you guys are old veterans, or not old per se, but, seasoned vets. Okay. Oh, this is how it always goes. I start off the interview and then end up insulting the people. But how many, you guys got a lot of victories under your belt, or?
A lot of second and thirds.
But like hard-fought second and thirds, right?
Hard-fought second and thirds, still trying to get that elusive first.
I got a good feeling about today, John. I don't. What about you, Daniel? You got?
Oh, a few second and thirds, a couple of firsts. I mean, in the heats, we've gone first in the heat, but overall, yeah, it's been elusive. But there's so much that can go wrong. Even with these boats, the batteries, the motors, the speed controls. I had a speed control fire this morning. I didn't even get across the start line, and smoke started pouring out of my boat. So it was just its day, and it just gave it up, and that was it.
So what happens if you're in the middle of a race and something like that happens? I mean, it's out there in the middle of the lake.
We just call it a dead boat. The CD, the director, calls it a dead boat, and then it's up to the pit people to tell their drivers where it is as they come around, and they do the best they can to avoid it.
Did you end up taking out anybody else's boat?
No, not today.
Would you ever try to? I mean.
Oh no. No, there's rules against that. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, I'm sure it is. I get you. All right. Well, gentlemen, I really appreciate you taking the time, and thanks for visiting our little country.
We'll be back. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, no more, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have a good start. We have a call in that front straight. I'm not calling one. It's in lane 5 right here in the front straight. Okay, we're going to pick up the dead boat upside down right here in the front. Go down the front straightaway. That would be Jason as your leader, followed by Ken Ames. Don't forget the red boat right here in the front straightaway. It's upside down. Okay, coming down the front straightaway. 3 laps down for Jason Sims. 3 laps down for Ken Haynes in second. Four down for Jason. Right boat as your lead boat goes to left turn, followed by Ken Haynes. 4 laps down. Okay, Bob, move straight, Bob, so go by. Just go wide. Go straight. Don't let the lanes go around you. Five laps down for Jason. 5 laps down. Come up here just a second for Ken. The yellow boat's in second place. 2 minutes remaining. Stay right there, Bob. Let him go outside you. Stay right there. Stay there. Stay there. There you go. Six down for Jason. Six down for Ken. .130. Up to number 7 for Jason. White boat going to left-hand turn. Your leader. 7 laps for Ken Haynes here in the front straight. One minute remaining. 8 laps for Jason. 8 for Ken. Nine for Jason. 30, 29, 28, 27, 9 for Ken. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Okay, bring your boats in, please. Bring your boats in.
Hello, I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Terry Stiles.
Together, Terry and I host the weekly news Monday through Friday at 12, 6, and 11 p.m.
Broadcast on Charter Channel 191 and AT&T Uverse 99, we only cover news that impacts our local Addison and Oxford area. In other words, by all accounts, news that would normally not receive from any other televised source.
But chances are, if it's local, it will be found on Oxford Community Television and OCTV.
For the weekly news, I'm Terry Stiles.
And I'm Elgin Nichols. Together, we invite you to join Terry and me for our next OCTV weekly news program.
Hey, I'm here with Jimmy, and Jimmy's got a pretty good-looking boat here, Motley Crew.
Yeah, this is actually a ready-to-run boat. The one that you see over there is made from a wood kit, and this one you can just go by your local hobby store, buy it about $300. So basically,
yeah, take us through on how these things run. It runs on batteries, right?
Yep. So you got, in this one I have 2 4S batteries. That means there's 4 cells of lithium polymer batteries per battery.
Okay.
And then I run them in parallel, meaning you don't double the voltage, it's just adding capacity. You can run them in series, which doubles the voltage. So if you wanted to do that,
I'm lost.
takes a little getting used to, but once you get it down, it's pretty simple. So You can either run 2 4Ss in parallel like this where it doesn't add any more voltage, or you can run 2 in series, 2 2S batteries in series, giving you 4S power either way with 4 cells of lithium polymer batteries.
I wonder if it's possible to lift it up and kind of show the camera a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, you could do that.
Well, I don't want to touch it.
No, go ahead. You're not going to hurt it, trust me.
Well, you know what to do.
Yeah, so, yeah, here's the batteries here, and then got the receiver back here. This is what connected to this, which allows the driver to control the boat. So you have on this, you have the wheel here, which is for steering, and then this trigger controls your throttle. So
this is the motor right here, right?
Yeah, this is the motor.
You got a little drive shaft I see right there?
Yep, there's a flex cable in it. It goes all the way through this brass tube, all the way to the prop back here. It's very simple. It's direct drive. Just links right up to the motor. It spins counterclockwise, and there's a lot of different props. People run 2 blades, 3 blades, different materials. You got aluminum, stainless steel, copper beryllium is the most common. And
is weight quite a factor in this?
Yeah, weight as far as the boat goes, you mean?
Yeah.
Anytime you can have a lighter boat, it normally translates to more speed, but there's also a fine line between speed and control, so that has to be kept in mind too.
Oh, so if it's too light, it can, fly and not stay in the water. Okay.
Yep.
So you actually test to see how low it sits in the water and stuff? Like you would other boats?
Right, yeah. It's kind of hard to tell because there's a lot different attitude of when you throw the boat in the water and it's just sitting there, and then when it's on plane, as they say, it's kind of up out of the water. So you do testing with it, see what props work, see if it's going too fast, see if you need... Sometimes you have to put weight forward, weight back to get the balance of the boat right so you're not fighting it down the straightaway. Sometimes if it gets flighty, you really got to feather the throttle, keep it on the water. So.
All right, well, let's stop it there, and then maybe we'll come back and we'll talk about this beauty over here next. How's that?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, now we've moved inside in front of the granddaddy of them all, the big trophy that everybody's out there hoping to get at the end of this weekend. And we're talking with Bob Zola, who is the resident expert on all things boat racing. Bob, thanks for talking to us. And do you mind giving us a little bit of a history on 2 trophies we got here?
Well, I'm going to talk about the first trophy. It's called the Michigan Cup. That's a traveling trophy. So the racers here that participate in this event form teams of 3 racers with 3 different classes each. And the top scoring team actually takes that home with them. So they hold the Michigan Cup for the next year, and then it's challenged for at the next time we have the Michigan Cup. So this is a traveling trophy for the RC boat racers. The second trophy, this is the UIM World Championship trophy from 1972 from Unlimited Hydroplane, full-scale racing. This was won by Bill Muncie in Madison, Indiana in 1972. It was donated to the Elks by the American Powerboat Association on permanent loan here as long as they keep having this event. So this is a sportsmanship award that's awarded to the best sportsman of the race, voted upon by the Elks. So it's a pretty prestigious trophy because Bill Muncie was like the all-time winningest hydroplane driver, very famous guy. So it's a pretty cool honor to have this on loan from the APBA.
Now, what about the Michigan Cup here next to it?
The Michigan Cup is like I say, just a traveling trophy. So whatever team wins it, we got guys here from all over the country. So the East Coast guys may win it. They say, we stole the Michigan Cup from the Michigan guys. So last year was the first year the Michigan guys got it back finally. So our MMEU team won it. So that was kind of nice, and we're going to try to defend it this week.
Now, what stops somebody from taking this, say, back to Canada with them and then never seeing them again?
That could happen. I guess we'll have to send a hit squad over there and get them.
Well, yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen. But
Canadian racers, they like to come back every year and race with us. So I think if they did take it, well, they'd probably bring it back. They're pretty nice guys.
Yeah, the ones we ran into were. So. Well, Bob, again, thank you for your time and explaining to us the history of it.
Here's our 2 leaders. Doug Peterson's your leader, 1 lap. Doug Twait's right behind him, followed by David Newland. 1 lap down, all boats. Going down the back straight. We have a cut on Tyler and Gerard, okay? We'll mark that at the end. And all boats have 1 lap down. Just that quick, Doug Peterson down the front straightaway. 2 laps down. 2 laps for Doug Twaits, followed by David Newland. 1, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 12, 11, 10, 9, 2, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, Stop. All right, Mark, let's folks.
All right, here we are back again with the chairman of the board for the Addison Elks, Brian Dittmer. Brian, nice to
Rochester, North Oakland Elks.
Rochester, North Oakland Elks. That's what I meant. See, now I wanted to make sure you were actually the chairman of the board. Everybody else,
I was listening to you.
Exactly. Well, nice to see you again. We were here before at the Winterfest, which was it a big success?
Winterfest was a great time. It was a lot colder than it is today. A lot snowier. But it was a great time. That's our annual event we had in January or February this year. So we did appreciate you guys coming out. And for this event, which is the third year we've had these electric boats out on our lake, this happens to be a national event for them this year. And so they've got probably 40 to 50 race teams that have come from across the United States and Canada to participate in this event.
Yeah, I noticed coming up you guys had all the different flags. You had Canadian flags, American flags. Now, we were talking earlier to one of the racers, and he was saying that they tried to invite a team from China, but that didn't exactly go through.
Apparently, there's a lot of hoops that you've got to jump through if you're trying to make it out of China for a boat race. So they did not make it this year. Maybe next year, we'll see. But we do have folks representing a number of different states, Arizona, Florida, California, New Jersey, New York, you know. And if you look around our site, some of these guys are pretty intense when it comes to racing. Some of these guys have in excess of 100 boats that they've invested in. So, you know, that's a lot of money, time, and energy put into this particular hobby of theirs.
Now, how exactly did the Elks, the North Oakland, Rochester, North Oakland Elks?
Rochester, North Oakland Elks, yeah.
How exactly did you guys get involved with the with these boat races?
Actually, pretty coincidental. We had one of our members, Mike Dubé, who happens to live near the practice pond. These guys practice at 23 Mile and Van Dyke on the old Ford site that was there. There's a pond. They practice once a week. He happened to be by, was looking to kill some time, met these guys, talked it up, and lo and behold, 3 years ago, they after we moved here, which was 3 years ago, they came out, saw our water, they loved it, and it's been kind of a burgeoning relationship since then. And actually now, we've probably got 4 guys that are boat owners, in addition to the Elks owning a boat, that actually participate in races, well, both here and at different locations around the metropolitan Detroit area.
Now, who races the Elks boat for you guys?
Well, it's kind of varied from year to year. It used to be Ken Brode, who I think you guys have interviewed a little bit earlier. He's got his own couple of boats now that he's racing. This year, a gentleman by the name of Ty Ayers is racing it. 2 days ago was one of the days that our boat was in a particular class. Classes are run various days. There's different classes that the boats will run in, and I think we are going to run on Saturday as well with our boat. So,
you guys any good?
We're okay. It's a work in process, quite frankly, Andy. I enjoy actually running it when there's nobody else on the lake. And I have
when there's no witnesses, right?
When there's no witnesses, there's no buoys, and I don't have any hindrances to my having some fun out there. It gets to be a little intense when you're talking about 6, 7, 8 boats on the water at a time, and having to maintain your lane and the speed. Some of these boats can get up to 50, 60, 70 miles an hour in the straightaway, and that that can get pretty intense. So.
I knew we were coming to the RC boat races. When you think RC, you think kind of small models, and I was blown away when we came down that hill, and they're cruising around this lake.
And you look at some of these boats. Some of these boats, are 2, 3, 4 feet long. So, and like we said, they're they can top out at 70, 80 miles an hour in some classes. You can see them getting ready to launch another race right behind us here, and it's a lot of fun. And compared to like boats that run on gas or nitro, they're a lot quieter. So all you hear is the whining of the engine, so to speak, until you hear a couple of them crash into one another, and then you hear a little bit of damage being done. But
cursing and
there can be mild cursing involved.
PG, really PG cursing, of course.
Only PG cursing, but as we mentioned earlier, the current class that's running today is the offshore class, which is a little bit different than the rest of the races that are run during the course of the week. They've added an extra southern buoy, and so these boats will go out in excess of the inner buoys, cross through that, and then as they pass the middle buoy here, they'll go in, so kind of a half of a figure 8, if you will. So, and they're accumulating laps rather than times. So at the end of the day, after the 4 heats that they run, whoever has the most laps is declared the winner. So.
We came down the hill. It's a big event. You got people from all over the country and Canada coming. I saw some tents set up. And how long have you guys doing this? We're kind of catching in the middle of the week.
Yep. This is the third day. We started on Tuesday, and the event runs through Saturday this week. This is the longest that we've had it. Usually it's been just a two and a half day event. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 days this year. So, then they will have on Saturday their awards ceremony. I believe we've got some live band coming out Friday night to entertain these guys. But most of the guys are staying on site. You know, as you mentioned, we've got some campers here. We've provided them with power, as you can hear, perhaps running in the back. There's some generators as well.
I don't know if it was I didn't know if it was the generators of the boats, but I'm hearing something.
Well, given that these are all electric boats, they need an awful lot of power to recharge these batteries after every heat. And as you get into some of these vans or look at some of these tables, these guys have an awful lot of dinero wrapped into both their boats and their battery supplies and their batteries. So
you can say that again. And for one, I personally find the noise soothing. So this is
kind of like a babbling brook, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I might fall asleep right now.
Yeah, right. No, but it's a great location. You guys were out here before. We kind of talked about the winter amenities, but in the summer we've got about a 30+ acre private lake out here. We're on a little over 5 acres out here, so it's an up north feel, which is part of what these guys like. We feel like we're set down. We're kind of surrounded by trees, and so even if it gets a little bit windy around here, the water doesn't have much of a chop at all. So they really, really do appreciate it, and I've heard a number of them say this is probably the best racing location they've been on nationwide. So that's quite a bit of an accolade for us. So.
Well, like you were saying, this is a great event. Friday you have a band coming out, and I'm assuming that is also open to the public.
Open to the public. We as the Elks, we give a shameless plug here. We have our regular Friday fish fries every Friday from 5 to 9 p.m. and then during that we're going to have a band out on our new deck. So and then Saturday I've got about 50+ veterans coming in from the VA hospital downtown that are coming out. They bus them up, and we'll feed them some barbecue, and they'll get an opportunity to see all this great racing and have some fun and do something that they otherwise wouldn't have access to. So.
Oh, yeah, no, that's great. You guys do a great job here with the veterans and just all community involvement. I know at least from the things we've covered that you've done, it's very impressive, and it's great to see that kind of involvement in the Oxford community.
Well, we really appreciate Oxford Community TV coming out here, supporting us, and getting the word out. That's part of our challenge as a charitable organization is getting word out to the community of who we are and what we're about. The Elks is not only is it a service organization, but it's a social organization with parties. We've got for members, we've got a big 4th of July pig roast coming up on the 4th of July, and we're going to be lighting off our own fireworks that I've got to go buy here next week. All the legal stuff, of course. But I'll give another shameless plug for us. We're always looking for new young families and members that are interested in being a part of something bigger than themselves, something that will give them an opportunity to volunteer their time and their talents out there in the community, helping kids, helping seniors, helping veterans. We're all about helping people and having fun. Putting smiles on faces is what we like to do as the Elks.
That's a pretty good policy to have, I would say. Well, why don't you shamelessly plug your guys' phone number and location?
Okay. The Rochester North and Elks Lodge, I'll give you a litany of information on how to get a hold of us. Our phone number is 248-572-7118. We're located at 3100 Pond Road in Leonard, Michigan. You can find us on Twitter at RNOElks2225. Our email address is rnoelks2225@gmail.com. And our web address is rnoelks2225.org.
Well, Brian, thanks again for having us out here. Having a great time so far.
Andy, I really appreciate it. Thanks. You guys do us well by the amount of time and effort you put into letting the greater Rochester, Oxford, Orion Township community know about all the great things that are going on. We really appreciate you being out here today.
Well, thank you. Thank you. All right, for OCTV, I'm Andy Curtis.
I'm Rod Wright.
And thank you for watching our coverage of the MMEU races here at the Elks Lodge.
We had a lot of fun today learning about the boats, meeting some really nice people in all the different areas. Everybody's from Arizona. We got some from Canada. People from China didn't show up, but this is like the national. I didn't realize that. This is the national boat show right here in Oxford. So we're really blessed to have this here, aren't we, Andy?
Oh, yeah. Real big turnout, a lot of real nice people, and a lot of real cool boats. So Catch us on Charter Channel 191, AT&T Channel 99, and as always, online at occtv.org. Thanks for watching and have a good one.